What's going on, guys? Today's video is about how to become more opportunistic in 2 easy steps. These 2 steps are very simple and yet critical to becoming as successful as possible. And stay tuned to the end of the video because you can't have one of them without the other. First and foremost, let me talk about what being opportunistic means. So, being opportunistic is being open and being more accepting of any opportunities that can be presented to you. So you might see someone who's successful and who's in a position that you want to be in, and you tell yourself, oh, they got lucky, and you give yourself excuses that they aren't better than you, they just got in a better position, or they were luckier and it was a matter of chance. But it is not. I know exactly what you're gonna say about someone else who's successful and who's in that position because I was using those same excuses myself. But I learned that it isn't at all what I thought it was, which is luck and chance, but it's because they were opportunistic. Being an opportunistic person isn't very discussed, but it is applied in every single aspect of your life, and I have examples of that. My first example is Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. You can say that he was lucky by starting to sell books on the internet from his parents' garage. Or you can look at the other side of things and tell yourself that he was opportunistic. He opened his eyes and saw that there was an opening in the market where he could get in and there was something that needed to be done. So that's exactly what he did. So the 2 steps that I was talking to you about was 1, being open and observant of opportunities that are around you, and the second step is seizing that same opportunity. So anyone can identify a problem, but it takes a very select amount of people who are actually going to act upon it and implicate a solution that is going to end up making them successful in the long run. So these 2 steps are absolutely critical. As I said, I'll repeat it that you guys understand the importance of it. First one is being more observant of the opportunities that present yourself. And the second one is actually seizing those opportunities, taking advantage of it, because you're in a position where you can actually identify these opportunities. But what if you don't act on it? If, let's say you're at the casino and you know that the next number that's going to be chosen is 27 while you're playing roulette, who in the right mind wouldn't go all in on it? Exactly. I know that example might be a bit stupid, it might make you laugh, but it's for you to really get it in your head and see the reality of the situation. So let me give you another example. Let's say you're in class with one of your friends and both of you have a crush on the same girl, and that same girl likes you back, like both of you. The only difference is your friend actually goes up to her, talks to her every day. Eventually they go out on dates together and they get in a relationship. And you never talked to her. You never even said one word to her, you didn't say hi, you never smiled at her. So you're both presented with the same opportunity, which is a girl that you likes you back. But the difference is your friend who watched this video on how to become more opportunistic saw the opportunity in front of him and actually acted on it. You might be telling me, Ellie, that's so much easier said than done. And I agree with you, it is. But this video is to show you how to actually start applying those 2 crucial steps to your life. So for the first step, the main thing I would recommend to you guys, because I've been applying this to my own life and I've made major changes in the way I do things, is that whenever you're doing something, always make sure that you're actively thinking how you can either make it better or how there's a problem that's identified that you could be able to solve. If you leave the house and you see that a lot of people have snow in front of their yards and they have to shovel it, and obviously it's very annoying, you can open your eyes and see that there's an opportunity for a snow shoveling business, let's say. The essential part of this step is really a more active listening when there's stuff happening around you. When you're talking with a group of people, listen to what they're saying. Like, really honestly tell yourself you know exactly what they're talking about, or like you're 100% implicated, you're asking questions, all that. If they're talking about something, you have to ask yourself, does this apply to me? If it does, is it in a good or in a bad way? If it doesn't apply to you, what type of people is it going to apply to? And if you ask yourself that, you have to ask yourself, does it apply to them in a good or in a bad way? And once you start really identifying those opportunities that are always going to be there every single day, every time you leave your house, every time you open Instagram or TikTok, you're going to see different opportunities. So the first step is all about opening your eyes and being able to identify them on a daily basis. Now, let me explain the second step. Some might say it's even more important than the first one. I think they're equally as important, because without the first one, you can't have the second one, and without the second one, the first one is completely useless. That step is seizing the opportunity. So, in step one, you'll be able to identify all the opportunities that are going on around you. Every time someone talks to you, every time you read about something new, you see that as an opportunity. But you need to know which opportunities you can implicate yourself in and seize it for the good, and which ones you need to stay away from because of lack of knowledge, or if it's too far-fetched, it won't work out. Maybe it's even a scam. So I'll explain that more in detail in just a moment. So what I mean by actually not only identifying but also being able to figure out which opportunities you need to get into and which opportunities you just need to stay away from is because sometimes there's a certain lack of knowledge or someone is lying to you. Let me give you some examples. Let's say someone's talking about the production of cocoa beans in Brazil. You might think, oh, the production is going up, that means I need to buy whatever currency is in Brazil, or I need to invest into Brazilian real estate. You might think that off the bat, but if you really analyze the situation, you might figure out that the information that you got was wrong. Maybe the sale of cocoa beans is going down, not up. Or there's other factors that come into play when looking at such an opportunity. I'll give you another example. Let's talk about something that's very common as of recently, meme coins. Your friend calls you up, he's like, hey, invest in my meme coin, it's gonna go to the moon, it'll hit 10 billion market cap. And you, after watching just the first part of this video, you tell yourself, oh, this is another opportunity that I need to get into, let me buy, I'll put my entire life savings onto this opportunity. But your friend rug pulls you and you lose all of your money. So this is also an important part, not only to figure out what opportunities are in front of you, but what bad opportunities are presented to you as well, and sorting them out to make sure you only get into the good ones and not the bad ones. So enough about the bad opportunities, let's talk about the ones that might actually start making you money, or get you fame and power, or whatever it is that you want, or get you the girls or the cars or subscribers, anything. So you have to analyze every situation that is presented to you. Obviously, you're not going to spend your entire time researching day and night, doing R&D about something that you're not even sure about. But after you are able to open your eyes to the massive list of opportunities that you figure out and that you identify on a daily basis, you'll be able to see what starts to really trigger your brain. So you'll know what it is you're looking for, what you'll be able to actually act upon, what piques your excitement. So once you know what is actually interesting to you, that's when you can move forward and narrow it down to a select choice of opportunities that you can start really investing your time and money and all your resources onto it, because you know it's an opportunity that once you seize it, it'll actually lead to something. And you need to make sure that you believe in it, because there are many investors. Right now, I'm not talking about opportunities, more on this investment side, is that you need to only invest in something that you believe in. And I think it's the same thing when just analyzing different opportunities and business ideas, stuff like that. Because, okay, maybe it's not something that you're gonna enjoy, but you need to believe in it. And that's one of the most important parts in this second step, which is seizing different opportunities. So guys, I'll wrap this video up for you. Basically, there are two crucial steps that you need to master before you can really become successful, which are figuring out and identifying different opportunities that are presented to you on a daily basis, and secondly, seizing said opportunities. Of course, you need to seize the right ones. You need to figure out what it is that you really want to start getting into. And if you can master these 2 points, I promise you that in the near future, you'll really start noticing differences in the way not only that you act and how you interpret different situations, but also the connections that you're gonna make, and you're gonna figure out what it is more specifically that you want to be doing to reach that point of being successful. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comments. I'd love to answer them. And don't forget to hit the follow button for the next video. See you guys.